when the world's rushing faster than ever. There's a quiet people who survive by slowing down. How do the Amish not just survive, but thrive during the hardest of times? Today, we walk their path and maybe find a few lessons for our own. It's a monster most folks know all too well. But for the Amish, it's a word they treat like poison. Growing up Amish, you don't learn about credit cards or bank loans. You learn about saving. You learn about patience. Want a house? You build it yourself or you wait. Want a farm? You don't borrow money to buy it. You work, you save, you lean on family if you must. When the world outside crumbles under debt and foreclosure, the Amish keep moving forward. Their homes paid off. Their barns built with community hands, not banknotes. Hard times come. They always do. But the Amish walk into them with no chains around their ankles. The world outside relies on others for almost everything. Electricity for light, grocery stores for food, internet for work. But the Amish, they build their world with their own two hands. Out behind their simple homes, you'll find rows of corn, potatoes, carrots. You'll smell smoke from wood stoves, not see the flicker of flat-screen TVs. Canning jars line the shelves like soldiers ready for battle. When store shelves run empty or gas prices soar, the Amish kitchens stay warm and full. They don't panic. They just do what they've always done. Grow it, raise it, fix it, make it last longer than you ever thought possible. It's not survival to them. It's just life. In Amish country, no one fights alone. When a family's barn burns down, the next morning you'll hear the sound of hammers and laughter as neighbors raise a new one. If a father falls ill and can't harvest his crops, others show up at dawn with tools in hand. No questions, no shame, no debts to repay, just hands working side by side. That's how they survive what would break most people. When times get lean, the strength of the Amish isn't found in hidden bank accounts or secret investments. It's found in their neighbors, in old calloused hands helping younger ones, in shared tables filled with homemade bread and quiet prayers. You see, simplicity isn't just a lifestyle choice for the Amish. It's armor. It's a wall built against the wild swings of the outside world. They don't buy the latest phones. They don't chase after bigger houses or shinier trucks. Their lives stay the same, no matter if inflation hits or stocks crash. A sturdy table, a warm fire, clothes stitched by hands that knew how to make a little go a long way. While the world panics over gas prices and mortgage rates, the Amish plow their fields with horses. Lanterns light their homes. Laughter fills their kitchens. Prices go up, sure, but the simple life costs what it always did: hard work, faith, and a little humility. The Amish don't just rely on one skill or one job. They weave a whole web of talents. A man who farms might also fix wagons. A woman who bakes bread might run a quilting business out of her kitchen. When one thing slows down, another picks up. That's their secret. That's how they survive while others wait for layoffs or government checks. Amish businesses, small and sturdy, are built on trust, hard work, and word of mouth. They make things folks actually need: furniture, food, shelter, not trendy gadgets that lose value the minute you buy them. In hard times, essentials still sell. Skills still matter. And the Amish? Well, they never forgot that. Some folks say it's old-fashioned, that living like the Amish is falling behind. But when the economy cracks and the noise of the modern world turns into panic, it's the ones moving slow who don't fall. They've been practicing for hard times every day of their lives, not because they fear disaster, but because they never trusted easy living in the first place. Their barns aren't filled with things they don't need. Their fields aren't farmed for profit alone. Every acre, every loaf of bread, every stitched-up quilt, it's done with one eye on today and one on tomorrow. They know the seasons change fast. Storms roll in when you least expect it. So you better have your house in order when the sky turns black. You walk down a dusty Amish lane and you'll see something most folk forgot. Children running barefoot across fields, laughing without a care. Old men carving furniture that'll last longer than they will. Women gathering around kitchens, trading recipes and stories instead of gossip. It's not perfect, nothing ever is, but it's real, solid as the ground under your boots. In those communities, you won't find folks talking about recession-proofing their lives. They don't need to. They already live that way. When times get tight out here in the modern world, people panic buy. They swipe credit cards until the bank says no more. They sign up for side hustles. They hoard, they stress, they lose sleep. But in Amish country, when times get tight, they tighten their belt a notch. They patch old coats. They trade eggs for milk. They help their neighbors fix a roof instead of hiring it out. They get by, not because they have more, but because they need less. That's a kind of wealth you can't buy, and you sure can't fake it. Maybe you're thinking, that sounds nice, but it ain't realistic for the rest of us. Fair enough. But here's the thing. It's not about becoming Amish overnight. It's about remembering the roots we all come from. Before the screens, before the noise, before the world got so fast we forgot how to catch our breath. You don't have to live off-grid to take a few pages out of their book. Start a small garden. Learn to fix things yourself. Cook meals from scratch. Lean on your neighbors. Need a little less. Appreciate a little more. It's not about stepping backwards. It's about stepping sideways, away from the chaos and into something slower, quieter, steadier. And maybe someday, when the noise outside gets too loud, when the markets swing and the cities buzz and people forget how to look each other in the eye, maybe then some of us will remember. We'll remember that a simple meal shared at a worn kitchen table is worth more than 1,000 feasts eaten in loneliness. That hands worn from work are more beautiful than anything a machine can make. That real wealth ain't counted in coins or clicks, but in the faces around the firelight. Maybe we'll walk a little slower. Maybe we'll build things to last, not just to sell. Maybe we'll find our way back to the kind of living that don't break when the winds change. The Amish never left that road. They just kept walking, steady, silent. Sure, maybe it's time we caught up. In a world that feels shakier by the day, maybe the old ways still hold the strongest roots. Thank you for sharing a few slow minutes with Rustic Plantry. If you believe in simple living, strong hearts, and timeless lessons, stick around. There's a lot more we can learn together. Until next time, walk slow, live deep, and stay steady.